restart proceedings. Gabashvili appearing at the US Open for the 5th successive year. His best performance, though, is only the 2nd round on his first couple of appearances, and last year he lost in the 1st round to the American Jesse Levine. Brutal, as you'd expect, right from the start.
What is actually helping Nadal this year, and it's going to help him certainly this year's US Open, is that the last couple of years, really, he's made a real effort to play a little tighter to the baseline, not suddenly switch up for Wimbledon and the hard courts. He's continued playing, even on the clay, tighter up the court, so it's really become part of his game. It allows him to take the ball earlier, allows him to be more aggressive.
A barometer of his form, really, the length of ball that he's keeping for Nadal. If he lands it short, he had problems, didn't he, a couple of seasons back with that.
Yes, also he's become more comfortable up tighter to that baseline as well.
Team Nadal gathered close by. Uncle Tony next to agent Carlos Costa, former top 10 player himself. And an early souvenir for some fan who's just caught a hold of that one.
Well, Nadal will know certainly what to expect out here. I think the feeling is that Gabashvili will certainly swing from the hip, could possibly pinch a set. Certainly if he's timing it well, hits a big ball, does the Russian.
A daunting prospect, but he takes the first game well enough. Gabashvili making the round of 16 this year at Roland Garros. Best for him so far in the majors. Managed to upset Andy Roddick in the 3rd round before losing out to Jürgen Melzer, the Austrian who had such a fine run in the French capital.
Everything's in order with Nadal. Got his 2 water bottles perfectly positioned by his seat there. One at room temperature, one is ice cold. So everything the same, everything he does to put himself, whatever the situation, whatever the conditions, the environment, so he puts himself in his comfort zone. I must say, it's quite some outfit he's appeared in, isn't it? I think rivals some of the women, actually, in terms of invention and imagination. It's quite something. It's thought gone into that.
Really does swing on that one and lands it on the line. What did you make of Rafa's pink number during the build-up to this event? Very striking, wasn't it?
It was certainly.
He wore it well.
He did. If anyone can wear pink, it's Rafa. I have to say, I think the number he's in this evening, absolutely, it's well, it's perfect for the night match, isn't it? Perfectly captures what the US Open's all about.
Don't know what Gabashvili had words with the umpire about, but possibly the number of flash bulbs that keep flickering. People are taking shots every time Rafa hits the ball, and a lot of flash bulbs going off under the night sky. Late to react to that, surprised by the quality again of the return. Gabashvili trying to build something early here.
Well, it might not just be the flashlights of the cameras, it might be Rafa's shoes, actually. I mean, he'd be fine for sort of late night running, wouldn't he? He wouldn't have to put his reflectors on, he'd be absolutely fine. They're really quite dazzling.
It's by no means the quickest serve, but it is so well executed so often from Nadal. Another perfect example there. Smart play, Gabashvili does well, answering the initial drop with one of his own. And good control with that slice up the line. Nadal facing break point.
Well, the great thing about Gabashvili, he's very entertaining, he's got sort of everything. It's just a case of putting it all in the right order for the Russian. That's the key.
Gabashvili's turn to go into the stands, test out somebody's catching skills. Eventually caught on the second bounce, I think.
Sloppy.
Sloppy, very. Able to step in, use the angles and force Gabashvili into the shadows in the corner. So the initial break point fended off well enough as he goes about his business. Can he become only the 7th man to complete a Grand Slam collection? Got to take advantage of those. A short, high hanging ball.
I don't know, whenever I watch Teymuraz play, I have to say, I always think of Jim Carrey in the movie Cable Guy. I just feel that he's twitchy, nervous, anxious. Just something about Gabashvili that just always makes me smile. He's just got a very comical way of playing tennis. Rafa tonight would love to trap his opponent at the baseline, a long way behind that baseline. That way the Russian can't hurt him as much. Gabashvili's probably greatest strength out here is his unpredictability, not allowing Nadal to get into really any sort of rhythm. And he really has to try not to get sucked into these longer points.
A 1-2 combination like that will do nicely.
Just don't trust the Russian really when the point really goes beyond 3-4 shots. But this is just ideal for him. So key is going to be for him serving well tonight. Well, always against Nadal. That's vital.
Certainly good so far on the first serve. The percentage is there, 70%, and dropping only 1 point at the moment behind the first serve. Unforced from Nadal into the net, so Gabashvili holds again. 12 minutes played, 2-1. Plenty more fans filing in for this, the first appearance of Nadal at this year's US Open. Not quite sure what the exchange was about, but Gabashvili was talking very earnestly behind the umpire's chair towards Nadal about something. Perhaps that will emerge later on, but back on court, on the serve, early stages. Just to update you that Nalbandian diverse match gone into a 4th set tie break. Nalbandian now with a match point, actually it's 6-5. We'll keep you posted. Gabashvili getting a great ball up the line.
Well, these two know each other really well because Gabashvili used to practice for many years at the Barcelona Total Tennis Academy with Francisco Roig, who's also helped Nadal on many occasions. So Nadal knows out here that Gabashvili, if he lets him swing, can certainly hurt him, and that's the danger for Nadal with the opponents on a fast hard court.
Excellent volley from Nadal, really cut that into the court. As you say, based in Spain for a long time, Gabashvili, but now has moved to Florida. Originally born in Tbilisi in Georgia, moved to Moscow as a lad. Well-travelled man.
Yes, I always smile to myself.